Now, the other thing that you need to know about DOPs is that sometimes there's only going to be one verb in a sentence, and sometimes there's going to be more than one verb. When you have one verb, you only have one option. But when you have two verbs, there's actually two different things that you can do. Okay, so let's look at that. So that's literally what I just said. One verb equals one option. Two verbs equals two options. So she drinks the water. Do you see how drink is the only verb that we have? But here it says they cut the oranges. Okay, again, that is only one verb. When you have one verb, you only have one option, which is what we did in the last video. You have to put that DOP directly in front of the conjugated verb. That's what you do when there's only one option or one verb. Okay, but sometimes you're going to see two verbs, and here's the example that I was looking for, sorry. Okay, so two verbs, two options. So look at this one. She wants to drink the coffee. Wants is a verb. To drink is another verb. So that's verb one, verb two. Okay, again, you're going to be able to do it the same way that you've been doing it so far. Okay, so that is option number one. Option number one, you can always just do it that way. But when we speak and then when you see things in Spanish written, sometimes you're going to see option number two. That's why I need to show it to you. Okay, so what you've done so far, you put the DOP directly in front of both of those verbs, and it always comes directly in front of the conjugated verb. Okay, but now this is the new one, or you can do option number two. You tack on that DOP to the end of the second verb, which is going to be the infinitive. Okay, so ella quiere beberlo. This is literally one word, and you're just tacking it onto the infinitive. Most people like this second form just because it makes more sense in your English speaking head, okay? Because this one is it wants to drink, and this is she wants to drink it. So the order of it makes more sense in English. Now, again, remember, you have only one verb. You always have to do just option number one. But if you have two verbs, you can go either way, and either way is correct. Okay? So here's your example. So you can pause now and give it a try. Okay? Or we can just do them together or go through it once you do. Okay. So here it is. Yo prefiero comer la pizza. I prefer to eat the pizza. So here's verb one. Here's verb two. Okay, here's one and two. Now, what is it that I prefer to eat? The pizza. So that's the word that I have to get rid of and replace with a DOP. Now remember, my DOPs are lo, la, los, and las. This is going to be the masculine, the feminine, the singular, the plural. Okay, so pizza is feminine and singular, so that's going to be la. And if I'm doing it in option number one, it would be yo la prefiero comer. If I'm doing it option number two, it would be yo prefiero comer la. And I literally tack it onto the infinitive. Whichever one you prefer, but in this exercise, I wanted you to try it with both. Okay? Number two, tenemos que preparar los sándwiches. We have to prepare the sandwiches. Verb one, tener. Okay? And tenemos que is a package deal, as you know, because it's to have to. Okay? And then preparar is verb two. So what is it that we have to prepare? The sandwiches. Get that out of there. Replace it with masculine plural los. So option one, Sorry, let me number these. Option 1 is, it comes, don't forget, in front of the conjugated verb. So it would be los tenemos que preparar. We have to prepare them. Sorry, that's kind of hard to see. Or option number 2, tenemos que preparar. I'm trying to see if you can see it. Sorry. Preparar los. And the los, the los is tacked on to that infinitive. And the last one, vas a comer uvas. Okay, you're going to eat grapes. Verb 1, verb 2. Okay, and this one, do you see how the article is not included in uvas? So sometimes the article isn't given. That's another reason that you need to know the gender of these nouns, because now if I know that grapes is feminine and plural, I know that las would be the way or the word that needs to replace the word uvas. Okay, so it would be option number 1, las vas a comer, or option number 2, vas a comer las, and you tack it onto the infinitive. So either one, whatever you prefer. Here it is a little neater. Okay. Those are both of the options. Yo la prefiero comer up front or at the end. Up front in front of the conjugated verb, or tacked on to the infinitive. Verb number 2. Option 1, option 2.